What's up, everybody? It's Legal Tender. I'm back in the building. I'm back in the vote. I pulled out a foreign note and a special item to make a new episode. All right, you know how I always do. I want to start off by thanking everybody for supporting the channel. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are a fan of Newsmatics, if you're a fan of paper currency, if you're just getting into the hobby of Newsmatics, stay rocking with me, stay rocking with the channel. Every Tuesday is Legal Tender Tuesday, and I will be making a new episode every week speaking about something new, different, or interesting within the realm of Newsmatics. If you have any questions, comments, or input, put it down in the comment section. I read everything and I respond back as soon as possible. Also, throughout this episode, if I say something that isn't 100% accurate or it's a little different from what you know, please let me know via the comments. I will go back, hit the books, and make sure that I have the right information moving forward. All right, with that being said, let's get into this episode. But before we start, I want to welcome and acknowledge the newest member of the Legal Tender family. All right, VampMan64, welcome to the family. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. All right, let's get into it. All right, so this is what we got right here. We got this note. And I'm making this video as a show of acknowledgement and affection for my Australian brethren. Now, the last episode I was speaking about Australian currency. And via the comments, I just got so much encouragement and supportive words. And I want to show my appreciation to the Australian people. So for the kind words and support, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. And I just wanted to go back and because I'm really making this video out of sequence. I got another video that I was finna post, but just seeing like the overall love and support from Australia, I just wanted to go back and double down as much as possible. So also, I apologize for mispronouncing the name of y'all capital. Oh boy. I know. I pronounced that incorrectly. So for that, I apologize. Now we got a note, and this note is from Vanuatu. Now, me and the wife, this was another country that we visited when we went down to Australia. We did 2 days in Sydney. We took a 7-day cruise, and then we went back to Sydney and flew back home to the States. Now, while we was on the cruise, we disembarked at 3 locations. And Vanuatu is one of the countries that we visited on that cruise. Now, officially known as the Republic of Vanuatu, it is an island country in Melanesia, which is located in the South Pacific Ocean. The archipelago, which is of volcanic origin, is 1,750 kilometers east of northern Australia. Now, as we see right here, via my visual aid, we got Australia right here, and Vanuatu is to the northern of Australia. It's a good little distance too, because let me see. During the cruise, we did 3 days at sea, and we was at different islands for 3 days, and then it was 3 days back. So it was 6 days at sea. Vanuatu is beautiful. It's a beautiful country. Had a great time though. Great weather, crystal blue waters, bright sunny blue skies. Just had like a very, very awesome time. That's a little video, and just want to show you a little bit of the amazing views. Look at that, beautiful. We had a wonderful time. And like I said, we made 3 stops. The first stop was at Mystery Island. And this here is a plaque that is at the airport. This is the airport back here. Now, this is the terminal, I'm going to call it, the airport terminal. And this is the landing strip where planes fly in, pickup, drop off, imports, exports. And yeah, never seen anything like this before, but it makes sense. It's a small island, so yeah. Big planes ain't landing there. Small planes are. But yeah, this plaque right here is dedicated to Queen Elizabeth II. And I want to shout that out right fast. Now, this right here is to mark the visit of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in 1974. His Excellency President Frederick, I ain't finna tear that name up, named this beach Queen Elizabeth II Beach, Mystery Island on June 6, 1990. Right there at the airport, and like directly in front of this plaque is the beach. So that was really, really cool. Now, the currency type is called a VATU, and this is the ISO identifier. ISO stands for International Standard of Organization. IOS, International Organization of Standardization. And this is pretty much the monetary identifier of this currency type. This isn't called a dollar. It is called a VATU. And this is a VATU with a monetary value of 200. So VT is the identifier. Kind of like how you'll see an E with two lines going through it. That identifies the euro. The S with two lines identifies the American dollar. So same thing. VT identifies the VATU. Now, this is the flag, the national flag of this country. The flag was adopted on 18 February 1980, and it has the colors of green, red, black, and yellow, with green representing the richness of the island. Red represents the blood which unites humanity. Black symbolizes the Vanuatu people. Excuse me for tearing that up. One more time. The black symbolizes the Vanuatu people. In the yellow shape Y on the flag, it represents the shape of the Vanuatu Islands, and it also has some religious symbolism as well. And I ain't finna get too much into religion. Now, on the emblem in black is a boar's tusk, and that symbolizes customs and traditions along with prosperity. Now, fun fact, the local beer of the island is called Tusker. And this is the special item that I poured out. So whenever I travel, like me and the wife, we definitely try to immerse ourselves as much as possible within the customs of said island or country. And me doing so was indulging in the local spirit of the island. And it's a beer. I had a Tusker beer, and I brought this back as a souvenir. I paid $5 US for this, $5 American dollars. So put down in the comments, was that a good deal or not? It wasn't a bad drink. I definitely needed it. It was a hot day out there, so it definitely came in handy. All right. This image right here is the coat of arms. Right here. And the coat of arms features a Malaysian warrior holding a spear, standing before a mountain, superimposed over a boar's tusk, encircling two cross Namil fern fronds and a golden scroll, which at the bottom reads the national motto, and it is Long God Yamani Stanap. And I know I pronounced that, and I just spoke that wrong. So for that, I apologize. But translated, it says, with God we stand. This right here. This here is a city market that we went to, and the city market was in the capital city. The capital city of Vanuatu is Port Vila, and it is also the largest city of that island. Went there again, city market. So when we went there on the cruise, did some stops, disembarked from the boat, and we got in this vehicle right here, and it took us on a tour around the island. And that is where I was able to add this note to the collection. In this vehicle, it was two women, and she pulled out her notes, and she was so kind to show me the notes, and I asked her if she wanted to trade some US currency for it. No, some Australian currency for this note. But apparently on the island, this note had more monetary value than the Australian note. So she recommended that I talk to the driver and spoke to the driver. He didn't have any. So what he did was that he pointed me to the direction of a currency exchange, and it was directly across the street from this city market. Let me see if I got it. No, I got an image of the city market, but it was right across the street from the city market. So I walked over there, exchanged some Australian currency, and I got this note right here. Now the banknotes they came into existence on March 22nd, 1982. These notes were introduced by the Central Bank of Vanuatu, and they came in the following denominations: 100, 500, and $1,000 notes. And these notes officially replaced the francs of the former new hybrids. Now, in 1988, the 100 Vatu was withdrawn from circulation and replaced with a coin, but it still maintained the same monetary value. In 1989, the 5,000 note was introduced. Now, I don't think it's hyperinflation, but they definitely got a couple $1,000 notes that could just be picked up in circulation. So, yeah, that is that. In 1993, the financial reconstruction of the financial systems there in the country gave birth to the Reserve Bank of Vanuatu. And there they took over paper money issuance and introduced the newly designed notes. And those notes are the $500 note, the $1,000 note, and they added the $200 note in 1995. But that was only to reduce the amount of 100 Vatu coins that was returned in change. Now, on June 9th, 2014, the Reserve Bank of Vanuatu introduced a new series of notes. And those notes were printed on polymer. And then they added the $2,000 and the $10,000 note, the 10,000 Vatu, to the overall circulation of currency. Now, this paper note isn't paper at all. This is polymer. Polymer is more durable. It's a lot easier to recycle, and it has a longer shelf life than paper currency. Now, some of the images on the front of the note is, now you got this seashell right here, which ties in with the overall theme and design of this island note. Also, you have the coat of arms with the Malaysian warrior with his spear. We got the boar's tusk in the background. Up top, you have the Reserve Bank of Vanuatu. And you also have some, not micro printing, you got some small printing right there. And that small print is the obligation. Let's see if I could pull it up. And it reads that this banknote is legal tender throughout the Republic of Vanuatu. Some French down there. And we have the serial number right here to the top of the left, and right here on the side on the right. On the reverse, the monetary value right there, the currency type right here, Vatu, and an image of the indigenous people, the Naviatu people, in front of their home with palm trees in the back. Reserve belong Viatu. Now, there is some security features on this note as well. We have the translucent security scripts right there. And we actually have some micro printing as well. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, as you can see right there, we have, it's kind of hard to see. We got VT 200 right there, the ISO identifier. VT is the identifier of the currency type, and 200 is the monetary value of the note. Now, what a micro printing is, it is, okay, right there. Now, see that square pattern right there going across and up under? That has micro printing in it. And it'll be really hard to see, but the micro printing is Vatu 200, and it is in a square design. So it makes the square design. So it is VU, like Vatu 200, Vatu 200, Vatu 200, Vatu 200, and it makes the square design right there. That is the micro printing. The small printing is this right here, and it just says Viatu, and it reads forward and backwards. The micro printing is also on the back as well, but it is down here. And again, those aren't squares. It is the word Vatu and 200 made in a square pattern down here in the lower right hand corner of the note. Something else, fun fact, is that this right here is the island, it's the country of Vanuatu, as we see right here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. I want to do that. All right, so this design is these islands right here. So yeah, I wish I could do better with show you the micro printing, but it's kind of hard to see. If you squint, you can see it a little bit. But yeah, micro printing, translucent scripts, and the VT 200 right there. It's pretty cool. Fun facts. Let's get into some fun facts. All right, so coins minted. You have right here the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100. And these coins are printed at the Royal Australian Mint. And in regards to, I got this coin right here. Now, I found this coin in my front yard. So this had to have fallen out of my pocket or something at some point, because how did a coin from the Southern Hemisphere wind up in my yard in Georgia? So That right there was a sign to make another video to shout out my Australian brethren. In regards to paper currency, the $200, the 200 Vatu is the lowest denomination in circulation. And after the 200 Vatu note, you got the 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000 Vatu note. These are from the older series because, as you can see, 200 right there. If I go zoom in a little bit, it doesn't have the translucent script. So these are of an older design. Last fun fact. There are 3 languages of the country of Vatu, and that is Bislama, English, and French. All right. That's all we got for this one. I know I pronounced a couple of things poorly. For that, I apologize. I know you're gonna let me know via the comments, so do so. Also, if you like my videos and you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. So, all right, that's all we got for this one. Until next time, keep it legal, keep it tender. Talk to you soon.